Hello students. Hi, this is Dr. Tithi Banerjee, Assistant Professor of Department of Civil Engineering, Swami Vivekananda Institute of Science and Technology. So today class, I will be delivering lecture on petrology, which is very important to study as it plays an important role in the branches of civil engineering. So let's start the class. Now, what is the meaning of petrology? We will define that. So the word petro comes from the ancient Greek word petros, which means rock. Okay? And the study of petro, that is the study of rocks, is commonly known as petrology. So why we will study rocks? Because in the previous class on mineralogy also I have discussed that why study of mineral is important why study of mineral is important. And now in this class I will be discussing why the study of rocks is important. Because we all know that the earth's surface is composed of solid substance and water, and the solid part of the earth is mainly composed of rock. Okay, and the major rock forming mineral is silica. Okay, so now without knowing about rocks and its composition and its characteristics, we will not be able to decipher that where we will not be able to decipher that why rock is important for construction. Because as a civil engineer we need to know that where and how we will construct. Now where on earth's surface, where we are going to construct, in which rock, it is very important to know. Because we can't construct anything on any kind of rock, because the rock which are fragile and can get easily break down, we can't construct anything on that fragile rock. We need to construct anything on the earth's surface on a solid and compact basement. So that can be the solid and compact basement can be characterized by solid and compact rock. So to understand that where we will construct anything, we need to know the detailed process of formation of rock and the characteristics of rock, and how we will identify the rocks in hand specimen. Because in field we will not get laboratory, or we cannot get easy access of laboratory where we can study that what type of rocks are those where we are going to construct, because we cannot take laboratory everywhere. So to study the rock in hand specimen is equally important with the study of the mineral in hand specimen. Because we all know that the smallest composition of rock is mineral, and without knowing the characteristics of rock, it is not possible to construct. As we all know that the construction need to be stable, or the construction need to be durable. So, to make the construction stable and durable, we need to know where we are going to construct and by what we are going to construct. Now, I have already told you that petrology deals with the study of rocks. Now, there are three disciplines of petrology. In one sentence, we can say that petrology can be categorized in three sub branches. One is igneous petrology. Igneous petrology deals with igneous rock. Another is sedimentary petrology. Sedimentary petrology deals with sedimentary rock. And the third one is metamorphic petrology, and metamorphic petrology deals with metamorphic rock. Now we will learn what are igneous rock, what are sedimentary rock, and what are metamorphic rocks. Now to understand what are igneous rock, or to understand igneous petrology, we need to know how does igneous rock originate. Igneous rock originates from the molten magma or lava, and when the magma or lava gets chilled down and solidifies, it forms igneous rock. Okay, now you have to remember that igneous rock are coarse grained. That what do you mean by coarse grain? That the igneous rock composed of the mineral aggregates which are larger in size and shape. Okay, so igneous rocks are generally coarse grained, but there are also some igneous rock which are fine grained, which we will categorize later. Now what I have told you that igneous rocks are formed due to solidification of molten magma or lava. Now there are two categories of igneous rock. One is extrusive igneous rock, another is intrusive igneous rock. Now what are extrusive igneous rock? Extrusive igneous rock forms on the earth surface or on the earth crust. Okay, now what is earth crust? The upper surface of the earth. The upper surface of the earth is known as earth crust. Now extrusive igneous rocks are those which are formed on the earth crust. Now extrusive igneous rocks are formed by lava which gets suddenly chilled down and forms very fine grained rock, okay, which is hard, compact, and as well as durable. Okay, so what I have told you, that extrusive rocks are the type of igneous rocks which formed on the earth crust and which forms due to sudden chill down of lava. Okay, so extrusive igneous rocks are fine to very fine grained, and it generally comprises amorphous substance. What is amorphous substance? Amorphous substance are glassy material which are formed due to direct and sudden solidification of lava. So why extrusive rocks are fine grained? Because during the origination of extrusive igneous rocks, the lava doesn't get enough time to form large crystal structure. Okay, in the class of mineralogy, I have told you that the crystals are those which have a definite atomic shape, atomic bonding, and a definite regular shape. So, during the origination of extrusive igneous rock, the lava doesn't get enough time to form any large shape or size of crystals or minerals, and extrusive rocks comprises amorphous substance which is commonly known as glass, which forms due to direct solidification of lava without getting enough, because of the lava doesn't get enough time. Amorphous substances are very fine grained. Okay, now one of the example of extrusive rocks is basalt. So why we will study extrusive rocks as a civil engineer? Because extrusive rocks are very hard, compact and durable, and is one of the important building material which can be used as aggregates. So basalt, a broken piece of basalt or a crushed form of basalt, can be used as a coarse aggregate, and which is very hard and durable, and we all know that aggregates are the major component of a concrete, right? So now coming to the second category of igneous rock. The second category of igneous rock is termed as intrusive igneous rock. So intrusive igneous rocks, how does it originate? It originates beneath the crust, okay, at a certain depth, when the magma gets solidifies before reaching the earth's surface. Okay, comparatively in the cooler part beneath the earth crust, the magma solidifies and forms intrusive igneous rocks. Intrusive igneous rocks are generally formed by the larger crystals or minerals, because it gets ample of time to get crystallized. So the major difference between intrusive igneous rock and extrusive igneous rock is the origination and the grain size and the mineral composition. Now, one of the important example of intrusive rock is granite. We all know that granite is also a very important rock which can be used as aggregates, which can be used as which can be used as for preparation of floor or any kitchen slab. For this purpose, granite are used. Okay, granite is also a very hard and compact and as well as durable rock. Okay, now another major difference is extrusive igneous rock are generally poor in silica, whereas intrusive igneous rocks are rich in silica. That's why intrusive igneous rock are termed as intrusive igneous rock are termed as felsic rock. Okay, now here are different kind of examples of intrusive igneous rock. So what I have told you, the first picture is of gabbro, which is an intrusive igneous rock. The second picture is of pegmatite, that is example of extrusive igneous rock. Now third one is granite, example of intrusive igneous rock. Fourth one is basalt. You are seeing that basalt are very fine grained, that is extrusive igneous rock. Fifth one is andesite. It is also fine grained. It is an extrusive igneous rock. And the sixth one is rhyolite. It is also very fine grained and it is also extrusive igneous rock. So those are the examples of extrusive igneous rock. In the next class, we will be discussing the other two categories of rock. Thank you. Thank you for having patience.